What's up, guys? We're going to continue here. This is hole number 10 here of the Golf Grand Prix final day. So this is the back nine. So if you didn't catch the front nine, there is a front nine video. This is going to be for the back nine. These are the scoring holes, some of the best rewards on day 7. So you're going to want to try to do the best that you can. And that's what these guys are trying to do, is try to get you guys on point. We're going to continue. I already set up my bag on the front nine. So it's the same bag, same clubs, same course. This is just the back nine, 10 through 18. And we're going to try the best that we can to get through here and put together some decent shots. Get this grid on. We're just going to keep rolling through. This is max club here. This is 5 for max, 6 for max. Somewhere in that realm. We'll do right around there, 2-9. And the only thing that I'm a little weak on is I'm not really sure how this breaks. But you can see how close I am to the pin. This is what, 3 and 3.3 rings from the pin, give or take. 325. You guys can try to dial it in just a little bit more than me. Even with this last pull, I'm going to be a little bit cavalier and just try to set it up about 285, somewhere in there. Let's, because I'm not totally sure how this one's going to break. It looks like it's breaking just a little bit to the right. We gave it a good effort. It looks like it landed pretty spot on where we wanted it to, which was, because I could see that it was curling just a tad bit on the ball guide that I was originally setting up. Maybe it just broke just a little bit harder than I anticipated. But it landed just to the left of the hole, rolled out right, rolled out just a little bit more right than I was expecting. And we're just going to blast this one up here. So maybe something towards the right edge of the rough here. Be careful with those great balls. It looks like this one is okay. You will pull it into the rough. I did it once on the front nine. Take your time if you don't have that confidence. This is also a good opportunity to potentially use like a driver wood pin and get that up onto the green. I wasn't sure if this was going to roll out as far as it did. It did. And maybe just to get it just a little bit more close to the hole, it would be a good, advantageous, smart thing to do. Because this is probably just a little bit outside of no adjust zone. This is what, almost 40%, 38% is where this land zone is. So 38%, 3.5. Saying 0.7 rings. 0.7 rings. Somewhere right around here. Maybe a little bit slight uphill nature might require just a slight overplay. But let's just see. No, that actually looks real sweet. So in fact, it probably broke a little bit harder than I was anticipating. So that was probably spot on exactly what we wanted. It just broke more than I could see on the guide. Had any idea that it was going to curl off that hard to the right. So all of that looked pretty good. Good opportunity for you guys to use a pin, get that up on the green. Driver wood's going to add some top spin for you as well. So a very good pin to give yourself a good opportunity. And maybe even comboing on that hole a ball pin and a club pin. And if you do that, you might be able to get those extra tiebreaker points. So best of luck with that one. Definitely going to be potential there for some extra tiebreaker, get up on the green, and I would imagine you guys will probably all get your eagles. And here you can see we got this one up onto the green with the Stingray. Stingray is a really nice club for accuracy. I'm going to use probably just pretty close to whatever mid value is. I'm not going to do this too precise, because again, I'm a little unsure as to how this is going to roll out and everything. But you can see I'm maybe 5.5 rings from the pin, give or take. Mid-ish club on the adjustment. And you can see all the adjustments are either 5.5, 5.6, 5.7. They're all very, very close. Similar value adjustments. So it's really just going to be a nitpicky thing. And here you can see, oh, just comes up a tad bit short. Maybe just slight alignment setup as well. I was maybe thinking it was going to break left. It appears like it really doesn't. Maybe even just rolls out straight. But good opportunity there for you guys to get a double eagle. So do your best to try to grab that. Utilize a practice pin or two if needed. Similar with this one, I expect us to get a very good attempt. So I'd imagine we'll be able to get up to hive range again. In this hive, even in the early stages, as soon as it hits 5, it's a pretty good club. It's usually just as good as hip is, maybe like a hip 9. Say you're at hive 5, hip 9's pretty close to this club. And let me just size this up real quick. Is that back spinning? I can't tell if there's a curled tail on that, so I'm just going to set up like there is. You can see that's just in front of the pin because the ball guide should stretch out just a tad. And then the only other thing that we need is the percentage. What is this flight? This is right around 80, 81%. For 2 rings. It looks like it is coming back. So I got to be a little cautious on this. I'm going to push it just a little bit forward. So it looks like that tail is pushing back. So we're going to go 418. Should be pretty close. And coming in very nice. Just a hair too much. And as you can see, the pull back. So what I recommend typically when there is a tail coming back is you just take off a bar or two. Take off a bar or two so that way it doesn't shoot back down the hill. It might just curl back. And maybe I was just a little bit heavy with my pull there. I know I probably went, a little bit extra just to factor in some wind effect or whatever. And I probably shouldn't have done that. So good spot adjustment there in that situation. Good opportunity to make that one. But just be thinking about how to grab that one. It should give you a good opportunity. So let's keep on rolling along here. Maybe we'll be Raptor on this one. I'm not totally sure. I don't play Rampart very often. I especially don't play it from the middle tees, even less. So it looks like it's actually going to be the Stingray again. Another great club for this game that's kind of undervalued, underappreciated. It has such good accuracy. You can see we're very close to max here. And I'm not 100% sure if this is going to bounce uphill. It looks like it's uphill to me, which usually means that the bounces are going to bounce left after it lands on the ground. So with that in mind, you might overpull on occasion as a result. So I'm going to go maybe just a little bit beyond. And let's just see if these bounces are in fact, because I didn't put any right spin. Sometimes I try to counter it with right spin. And you can see it definitely is. All those bounces, but there's also some slope there too. So it's a combination of both. But you can see the bounces very much bouncing. So it is playing just a little bit uphill. So that is a good opportunity for you guys for sure. Nothing extra needed to get to perfect club range. So here you can see maybe a little bit of extra backspin you may want to utilize. Backspin pin could make this just a tad bit easier, but I'm just going to kind of go maybe the 485 number, just kind of spot up. Very close to min club here. Just a little bit beyond min. And let's see how much this rolls out. It actually breaks pretty hard to the right there. So it looked like my ring pull was pretty spot on. I didn't know that it was going to break quite. You can see there is a ton of slope right by this pin. So you can, take advantage of that fact and, practice attempts, stuff like that. Clan members, whatever. Going to make it that much easier for you guys to be able to get that one. So it looks like this one is playing just a tad bit long. From the second tee box. We don't get to play this course very often from tee box number 2. Oh wow, look at that. Very sloping fairway. We couldn't even keep it. So you may want to do something to keep this in the fairway. However, similarly, I would imagine this shot isn't going to be too hard with a developed Phoenix. So this is kind of a good way to kind of showcase this club and just kind of show you, this is also a pretty good club worth playing as well. Because a lot of people don't know that about this club. Oh, looks like my subscription did expire. Mine only lasts for a set amount of time. So as you can see, that's the reason that I bounce back and forth in between subscriptions all the time. And where it sometimes might kick me out. It's because I only have a temporary subscription. And as you can see, we ran out. So let me just real quickly get that up. And, maybe nine rings, give or take. Let's try something like that. And of course, if you really want to dial this one in, you could set up a segmented line for the full span, and you could really just try to dial in what percentage. So that segmented line, as you can see that I do for a lot of my wedges, you do the same thing for this club. But it looks like I nailed it. So right around that 9 rings, 90%. I was just kind of eyeballing 90. You can see we're able to get that eagle, even with that club and just kind of quick aiming it. Very good, accurate club. If you guys haven't used it, it's a pretty good club, as you can see. So we are going to go and we're going to play this Stingray. I'm not even going to touch it. We're going to do this because this is going to be very helpful for you guys. I won't even touch it. We'll just set up towards min. We'll put the ball guide on the hole. And then we're just going to go the max value that it says. You can see exactly how my club looks. The ball guide should collapse down. I didn't mean to hit that practice, but that's a good tool for you guys if you want to just dial this in just a little bit more precisely. It's going to be the best way for you to go about doing it. And like I mentioned, all I'm going to do is I'm going to just pull this, the 629, pretty much spot up. No spin, nothing. And let's just see what happens. I thought it was breaking to the right, and it looks like once it gets up to the hole, it actually just kind of straightens out, maybe even just a hair left. Let's see if we can see it on the guide here. Maybe just a tad to the left. I thought it was going to keep breaking to the right, especially with maybe even a little bit of that right wind effect, but it doesn't appear to. But I think, all in all, you can see that adjustment. It's pretty spot on to that 6263 number. And here you can see a nice approachable pin for this last one. So you won't have to worry too much about that. This hole can be a little bit challenging at times. You want to avoid rolling it out. So take off some of your top spin like I'm doing. It's a no power shot. I believe this is typically going to be a Raptor. So we will get on this Raptor. This one plays uphill for sure. So all the bounces are going to roll out to the right because it's a right pointed wind. Let's see if we did get it up close enough to the Raptor. It looks like we did. There's our max Raptor. This is going to be 10 rings for max. Probably going to come in just a little bit. 9 rings for max, somewhere to that effect. So let's try 9 rings for max. Also keep in mind, like I mentioned, it is going to roll out to the right. So you either need to counter it. You can counter it with some side spin. That's one way to go about doing it. So let me just add 1 bar, for example. Now we can go the true 571, or as close as we can to the 571 number. And let's just see if that 1 bar of right spin is enough to counter this wind. Oh, it looks like it is. Oh, it looks like it breaks out to the left, actually. So because of the left braking, it kind of naturally makes the ball roll out straight. So look how much slope that has. I had no idea it had that much slope. So it almost doesn't need side spin because it's so sloped that the slope is so strong that it just causes it to bounce more straight just naturally. So keep that in mind. Best of luck there. As you guys can see, you have some good opportunities there to go about and get a lot of those holes. You're going to be able to put up, 30 plus on this for sure. It's a very good opportunity, and you can see the rewards that we're playing for. So it's worth getting in those top 2 spots so you can get some of the best balls in the game. And of course, the club cards that you're seeing here, this is 42 epics coming in here, 350 commons, 270 on the rares. Some of the best rewards in the game in this final day 7. So best of luck out there, guys. Hopefully you guys are able to get in the top 2 positions and complete this 7-day grueling event. Best of luck. Let me know how you guys do. Catch you guys next time. Take care.